Okay. So, um, I will introduce first myself. I'm Miss Jennifer Ilagan. You can call me Miss Jen. Actually, I am one of the alumni BS Ed student. I teach one of the minor subject before, like years ago. And then I stopped. And now I just continue it after I finish all my subjects. So, the subject that we have is one of the major subjects. So, I need you to at least do your best to focus on it, because one of the thing that you need to learn in this is you will going to also share to the other student in the future. Anyway, I have an index card here. Can you kindly fill it out? I just put some sign here so we don't need to spend too much time, because actually we are few minutes late, not just few minutes. It's 1:45 already.
Shall we start?
And who among you wanted to, as I said, this core subject that we have is one of the major subjects. So I would really appreciate if all of you is taking your time and effort to focus on what we have. And by the way, just to inform you, I am your subject, your assigned teacher, but I am not standing in front of you to perform. I am here to share my knowledge that I learned in those 4 years with ACLC and AMA. Aside from that, you as a student is the focus or the subject of this class. So I'm here to share and to learn with you together while I am reviewing. I got this subject also when I was in your year level. So now I am grateful to review it and learn more about it with you while you were learning. It is not me. I am expecting that it is not me only to speak. That's why aside from being like for requiring you to get the book, it is really a big help for us. But I mean, like me, our book is actually one of our guide to learn about the child and adolescent learners and learning principles. So we are not going to focus actually in the content. This is actually a note. I have my book in my bag. This is my note, and if I have some words here. I wanted to distribute it to you instead of sticking it into the wall, and then I wanted you to pick each of you here to read. Why? Because I wanted you to understand the meaning of every words, because child and adolescent learners is educational psychology. So it is really related to us. We don't need to expect to learn every words that the book have. So I wanted you to start picking up the words that you may like and share us what does that mean for you. We will going to start it because that is not just a vocabulary for us. Speaking English is actually required for us, and I would appreciate in next meeting if we could share another kinds of words, so we can learn for it. It's not just a psychological subject; it's also guidelines for us. So, can I collect the index card?
Ma'am, I have a question. What's the use
Yeah,
of
sure.
the day, ma'am?
Okay, I put the table. Yeah, actually you don't have to. We are just busy on something before. But actually this is your attendance. Yeah, we are in a learner centered teaching now, but in our situation we are OFW, and based on my own experience as a future educator, it really helps us to if the professor or the teacher like me who is handling the class, we're gonna give the most of our effort to provide the teaching materials that can suit the class So it will gonna help us to learn more. Cause like in my batch before, we need to make our own. Oh, sorry. To make our own study. We are always making a self-study. So I am not just here to read books and give some idea to you from it. I am here to share every details that I learned in my experience being an OFW and students of ACLC and AAP. So aside from this, I asked the province and some really and the religion. So it has a purpose. Why did I ask you to write it? So can we start? Actually, it is mixed already based on your sitting arrangement. So who's Miss Jenny Rose Roma? What word did you pick? Don't actually be comfortable. We cannot speak so fluent, so perfect. Just express yourself in the easiest way and the most common word that you can use to express what you were thinking.
Respect.
Okay. What do you mean? What did you think when you choose the word respect?
Respect. This is the important words for me. And not just for me, it's for all of us also. Because if you have respect to the other people and yourself, you'll be able to do good things. Respect to everybody. Respect to your parents, or respect to your friends, the decision that you have, or that's it.
Yes. Respect is actually one of the most important thing that we should have first before anything else. You cannot be able to respect anyone if you don't have this in yourself. So why did I wanted you to have this in our class? Why? Because with respect, you will always have the reminder to yourself that each and everyone here have our own differences. We are here not just a student. We are here as an individual who is seeking for growth. With respect, we no matter what we have in the places where we stay before we come here, we are always be reminded that I am here for the purpose and I am here for the goal inside this room. That's why I wanted you to every time be in the moment that you are like you are inside this room. You are here as a student. So every meeting, I expect you to live in the present. That's why one of the thing I just really wanted is to keep our phone. Actually, I sometimes do some make the distribution of the exam through phone. But since this is our first day, I wanted to start practicing it, because everything, as they said, have you ever heard the quote, fake it until you make it?
Yes.
But actually, with respect to ourselves, I don't really take that as a thought or as a belief, because why can't we take all positive things to apply? If we have the goal, like each and every one of you is a BSN student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the longest goal that you have, the long term. I have that 4 years ago, and the struggle that I've been through before I make it standing in front of you now is not that easy, but I mean it is worth it. So what I wanted you is to focus every time we are gathered in the room to learn. And Miss Jennifer C. or B, so you're Miss Katokayo. There's a lot of Jenny.
Yes, ma'am.
I get time. As we all know, time is important. It is general. We all need this time or we don't have next time. I mean, time is the most important one because we cannot go back time. So right here, right now, we need to suck in all the knowledge that we can, that mom will teach us. So, thank you.
And aside, like what she said, I will go into actually it's not a form of teach only. It's a sharing. Everything that we will, every knowledge that we will in this classroom, into this class, we need to be willing to absorb it. And that is time because really you cannot take another chance to have an opportunity like this. So one of the things I have in my thought when when our respective school director assigned me to this subject is like I had told this to my previous students like 3 years ago, I guess. 3 or 2 years ago. I said I would be the one. I would be one of those person who will gonna be so happy to see you being in a place where I am now. Because it's not so easy, especially in literally financial. I experience it, but believe me, it's worth it, and I will gonna be proud of every stepping stone that you will going to gain this journey.
Thank you. And Miss Lina.
Yeah, I choose honesty because there's a saying honesty is the best policy, but for me it's not related in my religion, but it's right off. It's not easy if we encounter like people's lie to you, so it's not worth it if you like encounter people who are liars. So for me it's an honesty is the best policy.
That is one thing that as I observe, happen or become the cause of misunderstanding and miscommunication in every group of students. Actually, you will gonna be friends. You will going to have the chance to be the support of each other in this not in this course only, in the whole curriculum. Honesty is actually like respect. You should always have that to yourself. Like if you have all those things to yourself, no matter how drawn are you into like negativities, you will always going to be able to turn back into who you really are and who you really wanted to see yourself. Miss Lorena?
Ay, ako.
Okay lang po yan.
Responsible. For me, responsible as a mom. I'm the responsible of what will the future of my kids, and in the school, responsible of being a student and a good listener to the teachers, and responsible what I'm going to choose or what I'm going to decide for myself.
Yes po. Actually, being a responsible person is not actually trying to listen to each and every one of you. Again, I will going to say, I would appreciate if all those words, you will going to have the vision to see it from yourself first. Why? We are not kids here. Yeah, you might look like, maybe I'm obviously younger than you, but we are all adults. We need to be more responsible first, starting from ourselves. So whatever goal, like being all of us as we're actually aspiring educators someday. So being responsible is really a big part of our journey. So next is Miss Robertina. All of your name is actually so meaningful.
Yeah. Cats and okay. Oh, integrity. For me, integrity is you need to stand by your own with clean slate. It's not a clean slate. You need to what you call it the one. You need to. I mean, you need to you need
Asuhin po
to
ng age.
you need to stand by yourself by clean, seems like a clean slate, or you need to stand what you believe, and what is right. That is for me the
Ganyan.
Babalikan ko po lahat ng hindi ko nakikita dyan. Okay. Integrity is actually similar to dignity. You always have that. Actually, sometimes we lost respect. We found ourselves being so irresponsible into something that we actually need to stand for. But if we always have the dignity that we should, it is the complete definition of us as a person. Like, all of us here is an OFW, but inside this classroom, we are students. No age, no religion. There's no differences into that. We are all students here, and as they said, actually, age is just a number. Why did I ask? Don't be shy to show or to say to anyone that I'm like 50s or whatever. Why? Because as I can see, all of your age were actually a picture of a meaningful journey before you made yourself sitting there and sharing all your maybe sharing things with us. Why? Because no one can actually say that age is just a number. As we get older, the experiences that we have is becoming more and more negative, positive, but it is the thing that building us as the strongest and firmliest person that we could ever be in the future. So I mixed it up. Was the lucky one that I can call Miss Reka.
I have discipline here. Discipline for me is a behavior that is being controlled, and if it helps you to become a good person if you have discipline to yourself.
Yeah. And speaking of discipline, aside from sharing anything, I am expecting each and every one of us to be more disciplined in terms of learning about things in this subject. Because actually, this is not just a book. And as I said earlier, we don't have to encounter or detail, learn it detailedly, word by word. But actually, this is so thick, and this is, you can still consider it as the shortest term. Because when you say psychology, educational or personal psychology, it is a broad field. So I wanted you to have all of those things that you can keep in your future, maybe a year from now, to share it to your students, or at least go back. I suggest this to the previous students that I have, and some of them are actually teaching now, even the GC. I wanted you to be more disciplined enough to share more, what is that, meaningful things into that. So I don't even live sometimes into that, because you can still use it as a reference when you are in the position where I am now. So who is the one that I didn't call? Miss Lorena?
That's already done.
Parang
Rochelle and
them.
Cheryl.
This is the one.
Three.
Miss Sarah?
Three of them.
Sarah.
Okay.
Shashe.
Miss Sarah?
Shashe.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ganun mo muna yun.
Sorry. I choose focus because I believe without focus we cannot apply all of this behavior, because we don't have the standard in ourselves to pursue the dreams or the decision we make in life. So this is very important.
Actually,
Focus.
yes. Why? We should since we started this conversation and sharing, focus is really important, because most of the batches that I observe, sometimes they are more focused in uh, criticism that actually would not help to like gain growth to. Excuse me.
Puso rin. Ano, puso.
2 hours kami. Why? It is my class. You are distracting me. Excuse me. 3:30. What is the time now? 4:01 na pala, babe. Don't you like that? Okay, like that. One of the thing like that.
Distracting.
Yeah. I mean, it is normal to each and every one of us. Actually, because this is our first day, there's a lot of adjustment also. But like Miss Sarah says, focus is really important. You will never going to be able to avoid things that people gonna give you. Especially if you are trying to focus into something that you really wanted or you really need to cope as a student. That's why that is actually also the cost why we fell down like fell out into our goal when we lost self-confidence. So I would appreciate if how many of you here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, we are actually more than 10 before. I think we are just 6 going to graduate. And as I encountered, if you really wanted to learn and you cannot put it's let's put this as simple as this. You cannot control anyone aside from yourself. So when you say you wanted to focus with respect, focus with discipline, that you don't have to give them the negativity that they are trying to give to you. Just do whatever you need to do. So you can end up to the goal that you wanted to gain. And last is Miss
Dalawa pa kami.
Sherry.
Really talking the one.
Sherry.
Ma'am,
So,
ano problema?
Nadidistract yung mga student ko sa inyo. Bakit? Ano yun? Kailangan ba namin lumipat? Okay. Thank you. Sometimes I have that irritated. Sometimes you need to find something that you need to like, okay, tell them in a nicer but a bit good. So, I mean, let's go back to Miss Cherry. Yes.
Professional. Most of us think that professional is a kind of a degree holder or graduate in any kind of course. But sometimes professional also is also what defined as an attitude on how to handling any situation, all the situation that you are in. That's all.
Yes, Bachelor of Secondary Education. Yeah, how can you share it so we can discuss, like, understand it?
Okay, I chose the word goal. Goals, yeah. Okay, let me ask you a quick question. What brings us all here? What binds us all here? What drives us all here? It's because we have different goals in life. But one thing is for sure, our goals is to make our family or give our family a better future and something that they can look up to us, right? And for me, goals is what makes us having a goals is like what makes us a better individual. Yeah, I think that's it.
Na-pressure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as you can see, not every assigned teacher will gonna do this. It's just me. I just want, because actually, I really wanted us to practice being neat, being disciplined enough. Because every material things that we have, especially we keep on moving out into different places as an OFW. I wanted to keep this tact that you can actually, when you use it soon, really soon, you're 1.2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted you to go back there because we are not always having an access to a specific teaching materials that we need aside from whatever books that we have in online. So at least if you go back to the thing that you actually gone through, experience to learn that way, it will help you. And I will going to let you distribute it actually. And let's start our lesson. And don't worry, everything that we share to each other has their own part in this subject.
What else?
Do you think you can read, since we are in a
Maybe ma'am, you can just
this is the
read out.
reason why I appreciate this room better than the scattered one. Okay, let's just okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So, thank you for the notes.
Actually, those thing that doesn't have any label is I just took it from the store today because I got the wrong one. Yeah, the other notes have.
Thank
And okay, what is our subject now? This is the subject of our course, the child and adolescent and learning principles. So, Miss Sarah, please kindly remind me if I sometimes don't look into your index card. I will gonna collect this as well, so I can give myself a time to memorize each and every name of you. So if I called you and you think, oh ma'am, can
What's
you
the name?
yeah. So Miss Sarah, can you read the content of our topic, please? You don't have actually, you actually don't
Okay.
understand because of our space.
Okay. The contents of the lesson is about Unit 1, Learner-Centered Psychological Principles. Unit 2, Basic Concepts and Issues on Human Development. Module 1, Human Development, Meaning, Concepts, and Approaches. Module 2, The Stages of Development and Developmental Past. Module 3, Issues on Human Development. And Module 4, Research in Child and Adolescent Development.
Okay. I have a quote here. Miss Jenny, can you read and try to understand? Yeah. Can you see?
This is
Jenny Rose.
Jenny Rose.
Okay, Miss Jenny Rose. The other one is
Jennifer.
Miss Jennifer. Okay. Don't worry, I will going to address you in your full name.
What matter is not what we teach, it's what we learn, and the probability of real learning is far higher when the learners have a lot to say about the content and the process.
Okay. When Alficon says, share this, express this quote, what matters is not what we teach. Pronoun we addresses I as your educator or as your guide into this subject. So it is says that what matters is not what we teach. It doesn't mean that whatever I'm going to tell you is not actually important, but it is not the majority of all the learnings that we will going to have. It's what they learn. Yeah, that's why we are in a learner-centered base of class here. It's not just me. It is not just the experience and knowledge of my own to share to you. It is all about us. So he says that okay. Is it more visible to you, ladies? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm using guys. I'm forgetting. We are in a class. Professionalism. And the probability of real learning is far higher when the learners have a lot to say. Meaning, and that's why I just tell you a while ago, be yourself, share whatever, express yourself in the most easiest way that we can understand. You can understand yourselves, and while trying to share us the knowledge that you have.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can we write down notes?
Oh, you don't have to. And I will going to make the GSIN later. If you wanted to keep a copy, just tell me. I will send it there.
Oh, thank you so
It's not easy, like, you know. Okay, unit. This is a pre-test, actually. This is one that you need to do. Okay. Do this activity before reading about the learner-centered principle, which is our book. You can actually open it, share. I think you are also you will also going to use this. Just be careful and try not to
Right.
like crumple it because I was going to. And I still have one here. You can use it. Just like what I said, like what I said, books are just like me, your guidelines, your references. You don't have to focus on that. You can use it. So that is the purpose of your note. We will going to have a 5 I mean it says here unit 1. Examine the title, learner-centered principles. You don't kindly focus on the instruction that is written in our note here. Okay. It says it, examine the title. When you say examine, analyze it. Try to understand. The title, where can you find the title? This front page. You don't have to keep finding it. Just in your own words, please. Jot down means write in your note. Try to write 5 words that come to your mind when you read learner-centered principles. 5 words. Because inside the book, don't try to open it. Just focus on the title when it says analyze the title. Why? Because what you can see there is more activity. I just made it less. And then go back to the word and write sentence about why you think the word is can be associated with the title. LCP, Learner-Centered Principles.
5 words.
5 words, yes. Any words like what we did before we start. 5 words that you think related to the title of our course subject. Okay. Since it is just 5 words, 227. 227. 5 minutes. Okay. You have several pages there. If you are not comfortable of using English, that is giving you some barriers to express your understanding about the title. Just give a space to down to the lower part of your notes. Write it in Tagalog, and then next time I will gonna give back to you your note, because everything that we are doing, will have the reason why I'm giving to you. So just use Tagalog in writing. You can. Like for Because centered is given. Focus. Centered means focus. The subject. The subject is the learner.
Just the example of LCP.
Whatever in that five
Five
words can relate into these 3 words. Principles. Just 5 words. Uh, yeah. Use the 5 words that you jot down there in a sentence. While you were writing, I just wanted to just give you a heads up on how far we should actually finish the topic now. It should be we should actually finish until module 4.
Sentence pa?
Yung number 2 sentence.
We can with the focus.
Learners.
Just be positive and try to be yourself and write every understanding that you have. You don't have to write a paragraph, sentence,
Not to write the paragraph or something.
just sentence. Oh. 2 minutes? Okay, that activity is actually, I will going to check it by myself. So, don't think that if you don't complete it, you will gonna lost 1 point or whatever like that. Now, I will going to check it and I always going to based on how you understand our topic. That is why activity first, because it is a pre-test. Who have an idea about here, about pre-test? Meaning, I just really wanted to know also your own existing knowledge about our topic. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Let's move forward to characteristic of learner-centered classroom. It's okay na po. 5 minutes is done. Discipline. That is the use of those words. Actually, I can always have it in the table together with you each and every meeting. Because sometimes it's funny to say that, but sometimes we need to have even the smallest thing to remind us, okay, I should have that. okay, I am losing balance now that, oh, this is a good reminder for me to go back. Please close your notes. So, Miss Jennifer,
Yes, ma'am.
can you share, can you read this?
Unit 1, Learner-Centered Psychological Principle for LCD. Characteristic of learning, centered classroom. Personalized and customized learning. Social and social and emotional support. Self-regulation. Collaborative and authentic learning experiences. And assessment of board learning.
Okay. When you say personalized, actually you can refer to the books.
You can make it more bigger, no? Go back from the beginning, slides.
You mean, what do you mean?
You go to slides.
Zoom?
Zoom ba?
Zoom in? Is Zoom?
Di ba nakita na yan?
It is full. Because I need
Full
to,
already.
yeah, I need to see. Don't worry, I think madilim yung
Medyo madilim.
phone ko.
Isisend
It's
naman
okay.
lima, di ba?
As long as you can read it. Because if I will zoom
Pwede
in,
yata.
I can
forward na lang.
I don't use,
O yan na.
Okay naman.
let's go back.
Let's read that.
When you say personalize and customize, what does that mean to you?
Your own idea, using your own idea.
It is given. It's self-learning. Yeah. Again, Miss Rochelle. Please, an apology if I really cannot
It's
address
okay,
it
ma'am.
now.
Just the first day.
Okay. Personalize and customize, Miss Rochelle.
I think personalize and customize is using your own idea in some project.
Learning, yeah. Because who among of you attended the orientation last Sunday?
Last time, ma'am.
Last time.
When we
So
are
as our school director always saying that we are a student slash overseas worker, we actually don't have that kind of source, time, even though the effort we are really wanted to give sometimes, but we don't have enough place, time, and opportunity to focus in our studies. So when you say personalized, those things and those teaching materials that I'm using or I am sharing to you, well, to be honest, that is an old way of teaching actually, and it is not for college, but I understand it more when I was in your place. Because if we were going to sit here with the books, actually after that, none of the words we can also remember when we go out in this room.
Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted you to at least, even just one word that can connect to whatever you will going to, you will be needed to take from the to the next level of this course. That is really important. It's not just we pay tuition fee, we attended the class, we gained the units that we need, and it's just more worth working for if we have this major thing in this course. We have the title, but we are also capable to stand for it. We also can showcase it. Why? Because we learn inside that whole curriculum. That's what really more important. Emotional support. We don't have family here. We are all actually, maybe you don't know. If I'm using examples sometimes, I just get it by my own rather than sharing to you about other people. I actually don't have that kind of thing in myself. If I'm going to give an example to you, special basic experience based, I will going to get it by my own. So you will gonna be comfortable to share whatever experience also you have from yourself, because the child and adolescent is not just the word child and adolescent. It is psychological subject, psychology. Like what I said, it is broad. And it is not just all about education and learning. It is about us. So when you say support, the only support that we have aside from ourselves, it's lucky of us if our professor, of our if our employers back in our home, at least they doesn't need to support us. The understanding that okay, she is trying to be at her best in the future while working so hard here to provide for her family back in the Philippines. So that kind of understanding, we should be honest to all of us here. It's like out of 10 possible. And before I got my employer, now who should actually like so open-minded to understand me, I've had 5 or 6 unfinished contract just to continue this journey. And I am humble and proud to say to you that I am almost graduating. It's not, I don't just took 4 years. It's almost 4 years this coming September, but I've been as programming students before. I shifted into edu course. So it's I go to that kind of step-by-step process. So what kind of support do you have here?
Friend supporting.
Yeah, each other.
Each other.
How many friends do you have outside before you become a student here?
I have a lot.
I have
How
6
about
6.
how about now?
I have
Less.
7.
Less.
Yeah, because I mean, when we are doing different things, like we are we are in a different group outside.
Yes.
But when we decided to do things that actually just focus on our own goals, not everyone
Will support you.
also understand. That's why sometimes, as they said, if you wanted to really gain something, you cannot.
Don't tell him.
And like positively speaking, you cannot expect to not lost everything that you have. It's like I am holding nothing here is I have this, but I wanted to put this laptop in my hand. After a few minutes, do you think if I wanted to carry this, I should keep this in my hand? Because I need to take it both of my hands, so probably I need to lose this
Let
one.
go. Need to let go of something.
So,
You need to choose.
I mean,
Kind of gaining and losing.
I mean, for those years, I only have 2 friends. They don't like they don't have the thought of studying. They are like similar in your age, but they understand what I wanted to be in the future, to what I wanted to have in the future. It's a kind of friend that you don't have to always chit-chat. At least,
But still, friends. If
Yeah,
you
so
do
those
it.
friends.
Friends. Support you.
and one of the things, how many of you here, I will appreciate if you, after years, you can be able to say, all of us are friends, not just colleague. Colleague is like, yeah, you are colleague,
we are
you are
colleague
doing
now.
the same thing, but how about being friends? Right? You are a colleague to each other, and you are actually, what is that? You know each other, just know each other, but not friends.
Yes.
Friends.
It will be great if after years you can say, this is my
Yeah,
friend.
we cannot say mom now.
Yeah.
Still to the very probably.
Yeah, I'm checking the time because actually we are until 3:30. I would appreciate if all of us, not just me, would be aware into something like from the time. Maybe there's another class. So, and I wanted you to be more open-minded. Sometimes if we need to transfer the room, let's just avoid to make conflict in the other classes. If we can adjust, let's adjust. That's better because we have a tight time to learn. Self-regulation. Who can share her idea about self-regulation?
Self-rule. You have
Yeah.
the standard to follow every day. What is your routine?
Miss
Sarah.
Lorena?
Lorena.
Ano?
Lorena.
Lorena.
Oh, I would appreciate if you were gonna say, Mom, can I share?
Oh, yes. I don't want to share, Mom.
Share already.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
already cold.
As I observe, your age here is really more meaningful, and I would really love to hear some to learn
share
and
more.
to hear something from out of you.
Use your mouth
Why?
now.
Because I must admit I am not in
She
this.
talked.
Still learning.
Yeah.
Time.
And yeah, being an educator is a continuous learning, continuous growth. That's why it's a self-spoken, it's a it's like it is defining itself into our core subject. It is a continuous learning. We are continuously learning based on our course, Bachelor of Secondary Education, pagkaguro, sabi nga nila sa Tagalog. And as they said, nowadays there's a lot of people who is actually well educated, yet sad to say, ill-mannered sometimes. It is like,
But ill.
yeah.
It's correct, ma'am.
That's why we should always have something positive in ourselves, that we are just human. If we fail, we can get up and start over again. That's why we are here now to just learn. And I would appreciate if we can always see the positive side of everything. And yeah, I'm not that. I mean, what I'm saying is, kidding aside, I would appreciate if you can freely share, be comfortable to share everything with us. Okay, Miss Lorena. As you can see in my age and outside this room, I'm really annoying sometimes. So when I say Miss Lorena, please.
In what number, ma'am?
Self-regulation.
Regulation. I'm not really sure, ma'am. What is that?
Go ahead. Like regulation.
Regulate.
Like you yourself.
Like your life,
Like what Miss Sarah said, rules.
or your daily routine, something.
Like for example, I myself, I have firm self rules that if, for example, I have this tuition fee, I have this money, I wanted this something, but if I get that something, I will less my tuition fee, the amount for my tuition fees. I cannot even look into the things that I want.
Oh, okay. Example, now, ma'am, before, because if every time I have my about the salary like that, before I check my phone in the shopping, the one. But now, instead of shopping, because I need to think about the financial, because I have my daughter too, financial for my daughter, my families, and for myself. So no shopping yet right now, but at least food, because I love food, mom.
Yeah, I mean, let's go back to the characteristic of the learner-centered classroom. Yeah, actually, the focus of all of these collaborative and authentic learning experiences, assessment for learning, is based on this, on the title. At the top. So, actually, let's make it easy. Do you wanted to be like regulate some normal or common classroom setup here? Like, we have school officers, right? Do you are you belong to any?
No.
So after this is our first meeting, but this is actually productive for me. I prepared lots of things here for us to learn, but it's now 2:42. This is actually enough for us. Like, I mean, we are doing well. So I wanted to give some few minutes for us, if you can take that chance to like build what is that officer thing. My bunch, like one thing that will help you to be tight, to make a bond. So after this discussion, we will going to have it collaborative and authentic learning experience. I think, as I can see, Miss Rochelle is the youngest here.
28 years old.
Oh, you're 28. At
You're
least,
young,
yeah,
ma'am.
at least like her ate.
How
We're all
old, ma'am?
ate. Yeah,
If I may ask.
30.
Third.
Miss Reka. Miss Reka, what understanding do you have to a collaborative and authentic learning? All of everything actually that have in the textbook is like the process that the topic in child and adolescent learners when the subject is more focused in what is that, not regular, formal type of classroom. But if you had attended the orientation of our that we held last 2 weeks also, there's a 2 orientation with us, and we also attended that last time. We are in informal education. That's why I told you also earlier from the start, like your course title, I wanted you to be more aware to that. And aside from our course subject, if you have something that you really wanted to know sometimes and you think I can give, just message me. And not just in the GC, actually. Not, I might be younger to most of you, but as your assigned teacher, I wanted you to be more comfortable to approach me in everything that you wanted for every concern that you have. And I would be willing to give my hand of help if I can. Not just please don't financial, not because all of us have that. And assessment of learning. Actually, okay, collaborative and authentic learning. Yes. Okay, Ms. Rochelle?
Yeah. Based on the word itself, collaborative and authentic learning experiences is it's like you are not learning it individually, but rather it's a group of students learning an authentic experiences.
Yeah. Authentic.
Ma'am, in my opinion, collaborative and authentic. Collaborating, ma'am, it's like this. A group of people sharing each idea for us, and what we can share, the authentic learning that we can experience and we can learn with each other.
Who is Miss Rochelle? You. How about you, ma'am?
Robertina.
Oh, Robertina.
Dapat sa
Miss Tina. Because I felt like she is being...
She's new student.
She's... Oh, okay. She's still shy.
Introduce herself eh.
Actually, I'm just shy I'm not too shy. So, it's our obligation and responsibility to make her feel belong to this class. This is one part of our...
You're part of us, no worries.
So, what
Because
Jennifer
Yes,
is
I'm good
Miss
before.
Tatapayaw. Like what Miss Rochelle and Miss Jennifer shared to it means group. So, be comfortable. You belong to
I'm
us,
not
no
gonna
be tired to remind everything like that to you. And authentic, it means original, genuine. So if we will going to have any activities or something like that, like the thing that I can help to you is I wanted you to be more creative in every activities that we have in the future. We will going to have in the future. So like showing learning materials in the class, if just for printing and everything. I wanted you to also learn how to put it, to make an output. And if I can help, just message me. Because it's not that I'm doing it for you. The idea that you are going to share is the most important, and the understanding about our topic is the most important at all. It's just I am here to guide you and to give you a hand of help to provide if I can. If it is not too much in financial thing again. Assessment of learning. So, like this. Why did I provide you things like this? It's not that expensive or whatever. It's not so fancy. But I wanted you to have something that you can recall your topic from this time when after a while, because actually before I try my best to make an audio lesson. So most of my students before, they are not able to watch a video. So what I'm making is that I am making an audio lesson that they can actually hear while working. But the thing is, no matter what I did, what I'm going to do, or what I'm trying to give to you, just to learn something from our topic, it will not gonna give you any enhancement or any advancement if you yourself will not gonna be again focused, responsible, and take chance to put an effort. Because again, the collaborative learning is not just you. We all belong into this. So I hope each and every part of our topic is really like she is.
She is shy now, ma'am. But tomorrow is another.
Next meeting, she will be the one who's talking.
Tahimik lang sa umpisa.
Okay. So Miss Robertina, Miss Tina, I really wanted to address you in your complete name, but okay, whatever you want me to call.
Yeah, kid to the Tina daw.
So Miss Robertina, what is your understanding about this diagram? Can you see? The learner is the center of the instruction. The world of instruction revolves around the learners.
It's
Yeah.
just like
You learners are the subject of this classroom. So, since you are 1.2, right?
Yes,
Who has
1.1.
the idea, who have already the idea of 21st century teaching or teacher learners, teacher-centered instruction. You know, when
New knowledge.
yeah, when you were in grade 1, let's go
We're
back to
doing
that
the
year,
visual
we can
aid,
recall.
the
I mean
chart
the differences between the
Old
old notion and
Old
the
learning.
new literacy.
Yeah, I mean, let's give it a little bit focus into teacher and then students. What can you recall into that communication, into the connection of learning?
Before, the teachers only
You
focus
don't have to
books, and then the kids there, and they're just listening to the teacher.
yeah. Who among of you had finished? Okay. Yeah, like when they, it's common to us in the Philippines that we are not using English, especially when we are in elementary. What I mean is this: who among of you who never experienced to stand against the wall because you speak while the teacher is teaching you? It's called teaching to them.
Not me.
Yeah, maybe you are also kind of, yeah, like
Mom,
Miss
just
Roberta,
throw,
she
mom,
is trying.
throw.
Maybe she's becoming my favorite now.
Me,
Only,
ma'am.
not only standing.
Yeah,
I mean, face the wall because we are just like Maritas when we're young.
and then yeah,
Mom throw the chalkboard.
Ma'am, and the difference between before and the 21st century, teachers are allowed to discipline students who are, being rude to one another. But now,
We cannot do.
yeah, you cannot do that because Tulfo is waving.
Yeah. okay.
That is waving.
Before, not 21st, I'm sorry, in the others, 20. I think we are a part actually. I'm sorry to that. We are the 20.
When we are 21st.
Yeah. Because actually before, the teacher has already the knowledge and the experience. I mean, all of us have, but it is a classroom regulation that I, as a teacher, I have the rule, I have the law inside the classroom. You cannot speak while I am speaking. So, the student will gonna be
Just listen.
like,
Follow.
let's say, whatever they can hear, they just hear it. And that is why students before, they have the tendency of like memorization.
Yes.
Just to show that they have the understanding and they have the knowledge, whatever the teacher said, because that's the only way. And aside from the output, who is most likely our mom and dad is not like, they don't always like it because you need to buy a Manila paper and whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that us as a children, of course, as a student, we cannot speak. We need to write. So
That's why, ma'am, we have a problem in comprehension.
yeah, it's like what they said, speech problem.
Yeah.
And
Because we're not allowed to speak.
I believe that there's actually no what you call vote.
Yeah.
Sorry for the word,
No
but
vote.
there's no one like that.
There's no
Yes,
such
It's
thing.
just not
They
enough
just cannot
knowledge.
speak.
Yeah, because they are tapped into that kind of roles in the classroom. So what we are all actually lucky now that we have the chance to learn. We are more what we are trying to earn now actually is the confidence. Actually, we are Filipino and speaking English when we are okay. We are talking to our employers in English, but you have to admit that it is what they call what they usually
Carabao.
But since that is a good thing that I wanted you to appreciate that EMA, ACLC, and our respective school director are requiring us to be comfortable on speaking English. You don't have to be fluent. You don't have to show to others that you are good in your grammar. Actually, if you can observe how many English languages, how many English accent have you ever heard? British. In the Philippines, back in the Philippines, we have American Standard English. So actually, just be open in this kind of thinking. Our own language, our mother language is great, and transferring ourselves or trying, letting ourselves to adapt those kinds of English. It has different accent. We have, and there's different accent, but let's just take it as this. Each and every one of them is actually beautiful and great in its own genuine way. So just be comfortable. As if you think I mean, in your employer, if they couldn't understand you, you can see. So it's like that. Just
Body language.
say, yeah. Just we as a Filipino learners and OFW here are actually like one of the most smartest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
readers,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Because we can always adjust in a good way.
Yes.
And I want us to regulate this in our classroom. And remember that if you have some struggles in outside the classroom and we have here, it's either you can talk to me or you can share it with whoever wanted to open up like that. But I mean, don't allow yourself to be buried into that kind of situation. Always remind yourself, hey girl, you wanted to be a teacher. You are paying this amount of tuition. Get up. Put an effort. You always need to push yourself. So all the rest of the class, I as your assigned teacher will also gonna lift you. And let's move into this nature of learning, cognitive and metacognitive factors. I think you have heard that already.
Yeah.
It is like one who has the
What do you mean by
understanding the self, purposive understanding the self.
No.
Now,
Just purple.
it is also some parts of that. And can you please? I'm sorry, I'm just eye to eye, no.
Generous.
red, ma?
And explain, of course. Let's take that to ourselves. When you read it, try to understand and try to share your understanding to us.
Cognitive and metacognitive factors. Number one, nature of learning process. The learning of complex subject matter is most effective when it's an intentional process of constructing meaning from information and experience.
So,
like Jennifer J said, it's learning by doing.
Okay. When you say nature of the learning process, like this, what do you feel when I ask you to write the idea, some idea about those 5 boys?
Which is like,
Your reaction hearing that
Scared.
is
Nervous.
the nature of the learning process.
Oh, your feelings.
Always nervous is the main thing.
Ah.
Don't worry, at least I can hope, and it is not just a hope, it is our goal as a whole class that nervous we're gonna get out of our presence before we finish that book. That is thick enough
Yeah.
to guide us.
Super techniques.
Okay, so goals of the learning process. Okay, next, number 2, goals of the learning process. The successful learner over time and with support and instructional guidance can create meaningful, coherent representation of knowledge. You feel nervous? That is your nature. That is how you react. Goals of the learning process, but your goal is to give your idea, to put something to that note. That is the goal that you put your effort to provide. The goal is to write the understanding, to give the understanding about the topic that I gave you, and the effort that you put there writing and trying to
Analyze it.
squeeze your brain and
Trying to understand.
yeah, that is the goal of the learning process. I think I wanted to show you, this is in this page 7. I wanted to show you how we should finish it, but yeah, it is module 4. But we will go to do it. It is actually a summarized topic of what we have here. I don't tackle the topic before, but I wanted you to be more understandable. I wanted you to have more idea about this, and I would appreciate if you can. I will share this to you. But if we cannot finish the whole topic, please, we're gonna share each and every topic to you, to our GC, and effort from all of you. So next meeting, we will gonna be more tight in time, more disciplined, more responsible, so we can tackle everything. Because as you can observe, we might just spending some fun time here, but it
For
is
now.
actually, as I observe, it is knowledgeable. I can say that. And here, the construction of knowledge. Miss,
Right, construction of knowledge. The successful learner can link new information with existing knowledge is meaningful
sigawan mo
ways.
kami, Miss.
The successful learner can link
Yes.
new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways.
Okay.
So, it says that if you are a successful learner,
Constructing knowledge is like
Who
you have
among
you
of
have
you
a
can
new
can give some understanding about that?
successful learner wala yung information
from 1 to 10.
I am as active as her. I'm not too active this week.
It says, construction of knowledge. The successful learner can link new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways. So I think meaning to say, the learner can provide more information, can link new information with existing knowledge in meaningful ways. Parang,
Like your internet. Classmate, I don't have internet now.
you can
I put-
share it. Yeah, you can share the knowledge through
Yeah, share.
sharing information.
The internet itself.
Yeah.
When I ask you, where did you get the idea? Most of the idea are genuine actually. But when I ask you, who among of you have heard cognitive and
From nature
metacognitive?
goes and then we're
You
building
say,
up your
some of
knowledge.
you said that we have heard about it. Meaning that is the existing knowledge about the topic. About the topic that you had encountered before. That is your existing knowledge. So when you encountered it again, you related. You've been able to relate it. So I mean, it is like, what is that? A kept weapon that you can get anytime you need it. Okay, are you clear to that? I would really love to hear something. Okay, I mean the construction. I mean the
From the word construction, it's like
yeah,
you're
construction.
building
I mean from the word
yeah.
construction,
It's
it's building.
building your
But
knowledge.
when you say the learning can successful, the successful, I mean you as a learner should be a successful one. What it says, the information that you already have, how many subjects related to this subject that we have now, have you ever encountered? That whatever you encounter here or we tackled here now, you can relate it to the previous one. It's like,
knowledge, though.
it's like, yeah, about
addition.
Tulfo.
More info.
Yeah. What did she said about Tulfo before? Tulfo is the existing knowledge that she has. So when she heard something,
Oh, that's nice.
she can relate it to that. That is the linking of knowledge. And as you can see, it's really helpful that if it is really helpful for us, if we can just be act so normal and allow ourselves to connect whatever the reality, the experience that we have. Because that is just like what you said, we are not old old version or an old instruction, old classrooms, classes. So we have the book, but like as I told you, books and I are the same. Your guidelines, so your experiences. We just need to like wake it up, like force you or just lead you to, okay, I already have this. It's just I need to be more aware about it, about the meaning of it. So strategic thinking, what does that mean? When you don't have an utang, as they said, but you need some cash, how can you relate into that?
Jewelries.
Yeah, strategic thinking. I will gonna take a 36,000 Hong Kong dollars loan to buy a set of gold. So strategic thinking and bahala na.
Like option.
Yeah.
Para sa mag-learn.
The successful learner can use a repertoire of thinking and reasoning strategies to achieve the complex learning goals. What is the complex learning goals of you? To be an educator who is actually fully packed of knowledge soon. So that is why you need to be more strategic. Tuition fee, be more creative, resourceful, be so welcoming to the idea of how you will going to surpass everything that you will going to encounter while you were in your way of learning. Is it really a hard thing for you to understand everything that I am saying? I hope you can pick up and try to say this. Girl, you are welcoming English to your life now.
It's okay.
And next, Miss Sarah, can you talk? I think you are the next one, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you share with us?
Thinking.
My
Number 5,
yeah.
thinking about thinking, metacognition. Higher order strategies for selecting and monitoring mental operation facilitate creative and critical thinking. This is the way how we think. If we are thinking of something, how we gonna make it to the goal, and you must have this creative and critical thinking. You must first analyze, is it best or suitable fit in
how did you relate into what Miss Sarah says, Miss
China.
Alina? I wanted to be like just ask you to talk, not even though I am holding this. Who among of you can relate into what Miss Sarah shared?
That means Mama share.
Yeah.
Maybe they
You're
don't.
always welcome. I'm so happy to hear that.
Maybe it's like this. Before you make a decision, you have this thorough thinking. Not just, oh, I just do it. You must have to analyze first if it's
Just think first.
yes,
before you-
think
more
first
twice.
before you do the action.
Think 1,000 times
Yes.
before you take the decision. Yeah. I mean,
Thinking about it.
this is so, it speaks itself. For us, again, we are all adult here. This is really applicable to us. And next is the context of learning. Yes, ma'am? Okay. Yes, that is how I like it.
Just
Oh, how about this? Yeah. Yes, that is one of our goals.
Context of learning. Learning is influenced by environmental factors, including culture, technology, and instructional practices. So context of learning, it means you deep understanding about the culture, the technology, and instruction. Ganun.
Okay, the context of learning is nalulost ako. Okay, the instructional practices that I applied is actually, I kept it basic. So, where we will going to understand and gain more knowledge in basic. We have that kind of knowledge in ourselves, but we need to, like what I said, we need to help each other to awaken. So, in technology, who among of you here is like illiterate in a techie? I don't know in our youngest here. Techie?
I'm not techie.
She's illiterate.
Okay.
Is that what you meant?
Okay,
It's not what you meant, right?
Yes.
Wrong spelling.
Wrong grammar.
It's like
Go, Rachel.
okay, we don't even finish it is actually for, we don't even finish it is really broad. Motivational. Oh, wait, no. It is here. No. Finish it. Motivational and emotional influences on learning. Okay, I wanted to inform you this. We have this book is not just thick. What is the content of this? I would appreciate if you can take time to at least see it for yourself, the content. You don't have to open it fully, just see the content. It is broad. So, what is the thing that we can do for each other is to take time to read or have sometimes free time. Let's collaborate in our group chat because that way, how about this? I wanted you to be more willing to put an effort into this. I am always here to give you a hand, as I always said, because I wanted you to have more learning into this. We've never been through this before, truly. Self-study, but you don't have to self-study.
Advanced.
Let's study together. Okay? We are just in part 7. This is actually 14 learning principle. And aside from that, it is more and more and more. And if you will going to just focus in positive thing about our topic, you will going to appreciate each and every part of it. You will going to deeper your understanding. I wanted you not to memorize whatever it is in there, whatever I gave you. I wanted you to absorb it, that you can explain that you can be able to share it soon or to us, start from us, based on your own understanding. And actually, you did well. So,
50-50 ako naman.
don't worry, that is actually, I would love to hear this from you. Every time,
Should you accept yourself?
our goal is to lift each other. You are a future educator, and in the level that at the time that you will going to be in this position, that I am standing now, I wanted to tell you that I'm gonna be so proud, and I wanted you to not show yourself in front of other students shaking and oh my god, I slept 6 a.m. and then I woke up 6:30. Yeah, it happens. Just love what we are doing every time we are in the classroom. Leave everything outside that is not connected to our lesson, and negative, positive. If you think, if you share it to the class, it will help to enhance each other. Go ahead. You are always welcome. And since I said it's 3:40, now we are 3:30. Let's start to be more tight in time management. I wanted you to keep everything first and give time to make some group. What is that? Yeah. And don't worry.
Not with that one.
We can.
How about
Can I read?
Yeah. And explain also. If you can make it fast, we can continue.
Okay. And number 7, motivational and emotional influence on learning. What and how much is learned and influenced by the learner's motivation? Motivation to learn is influenced by the individual and emotional states, interests and goals, and habits of thinking. Motivational. So guys,
Okay. Let me show you.
motivational is like for myself and for you, my classmates. It's like motivating ourselves and by group to be able to influence each other in a good way. For example, if we have like group meetings, let us cooperate because cooperation is important in the group itself. And suck knowledge, suck information, because and have habits of always like debating. I love debating. I know she loves debating because we are always debating with each other. So that is critical thinking, guys. So make like that. Thank you.
And we did not finish the whole topic actually, but I had prepared.
Oh no, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, we're
How
ready.
confident are you?
Sige, ano na lang. Try, hula-hula.
Actually, I wanted you to know this.
Pretest.
Let's change some part of the learning habits. Practice not focusing on the numbers that you will gain. Practice on something that Miss Jennifer says, in something that you can observe and help you positively. So when I always prepare this, and if you are really that capable, I have lots. That is how much I wanted to make this.
Interesting.
That's why I told you guys, love what you were doing. You don't need to just do whatever you love. Okay?
Just believe in yourself.
How confident are you? I'm asking you. As a future educator.
100%.
Oh, actually, I can say this. I am always saying this myself.
Bring it on, ma'am.
I love myself to support.
Break a leg.
I have
Break a leg.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Avoid the numbers, okay? Just take your age as the numbers that is actually more motivating.
Break it down, guys.
Grade 1
Yeah, and then actually, in time management, if you really can manage to keep going, finish whatever we need to finish, I would be happy to continue.
Where are we going to put the name, ma'am?
There, yeah, just the
Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
Dali lang pala. Ex and check lang eh.
How fast can you make that? What is that? An officer thing? Election?
Ma'am, sorry.
Sure.
May I ask you some a question?
Sure.
I'm not sure about the meaning of uniformly.
Uniformly, it means organized.
Organized.
Yeah, in a way of thinking, you mean?
Ma'am, please.
Yeah, since we didn't tackle everything, just be open to us. What number, Miss Sarah?
3.5.
Individual development. Yeah. Individual development uniformly. It means organized. Like individual. How you develop as a person, as an individual. It is a check. It is a check. Or if you think like, oh, I grew up from infancy to adulthood already. I skipped the stage of like being an adolescent. That is you who are going to decide if it is uniformly organized or unorganized.
What do you mean unidimensional?
Number 7.
Listen.
Developmental is unidimensional. Oh, I mean unidimensional. It's like, sorry for the word, multidimensional. That is the correct
With all
word.
eyes.
Yeah, I told you. I am typing while I am sleeping.
That's why I asked.
Multidimensional. Yeah.
Balikan mo.
Yes. You know why? Be grateful that at least we have that. So you will gonna have another 2 next week. Next meeting.
Ano naman ba?
Oh, yun. Sakit.
Sakit.
Okay.
What?
Number 18.
Vacuum.
You
As
said
you
suck
said.
it.
You just rephrase your own word a while ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Why?
Basically, literal na vacuum.
Can
It is.
Because it is
Yeah,
the same.
suck.
The action is the same.
She is speaking and sharing knowledge while sleeping. Binigay na yung answer. Ma'am, can you how about this? Organize yourself as a class students independently.
Wala pa course ano.
Doesn't mean I remove this. You can open and check your boyfriends, ha?
No
I'm just gonna
boyfriend.
leave this here.
Most of us, actually, ma'am, most of us are single.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
I've been like that for 10 years.
It's a time.
Before I entered into
How about
that.
this one?
You have to choose between laptop.
So enjoy.
That's why it's a time. Hours ago also.
Enjoy.
12 years na.
I spent 10 years before I
Nalimutan
decided.
na.
Are
Nalimutan
you
na.
married already?
Divorce.
Divorce?
Okay,
Here?
kindly.
Partner.
Go back to your lesson.
Divorce here and around the
Off now.
Ma'am, excuse me. Can you stop it?
Alam mo, study ko.
It's time, okay. While nagmamaritisan na tayo,
Nominate na, ma'am.
I have, okay, one more nomination, ma'am.
Enough
Only
na?
3.
Two na.
Only
We
have, okay,
Jennifer is the
we have
president.
Jennifer, we have 3 minutes. Jennifer and Sarantino who vote for Jennifer.
Ikaw. Miss Angela Jane.
Ay, siya na.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who vote for
Okay,
six na tayo. So, he will be vice president.
Vice na
Miss
lang.
Sarah.
Okay.
Okay, secretary already. What else, ma'am?
Auditor.
Auditor. Okay.
I like
Every treasurer will
Okay,
okay. We will
Muse
we are
ma'am.
now to join the school activity.
News.
We are now open for nomination for treasurer. The floor is open. Who will vote?
Reka Morante.
Reka Morante.
Maraming pera.
Who else wants to vote for one more or
Treasurer pala to.
treasurer?
Ayoko na.
Oh, and
na.
then just to inform you a little bit from our orientation in September 18, we will going to have an activity, I guess, going to Macau. I would appreciate to go there with you. Not really sure, but yeah, I will make it if you would love to join us. We can, like Miss Reka will gonna make a visit for us. And
I'll
in there.
add, ma'am.
okay, Miss Reka is now our do you have a treasurer. WhatsApp? Every one
Yeah,
of you.
yeah.
After next,
Just add your name
Okay.
here, ma'am.
we are, the floor is open for the
Messenger?
position of PRO.
Huwag ng PRO. Huwag ng PRO.
Auditor.
President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer na lang. Huwag na din auditor.
And then Muse. Okay. The floor is open for Muse.
Rochelle.
Okay.
I nominate
Lorena.
Rochelle.
Rachel. Okay. Who else wants to nominate?
I close the nomination.
Bilis ko mag-pass siya. Ayaw mo lang eh. You don't want to be... You ladies will going to decide what officers do we really.
Everybody-
The relevant
Especially
part.
ma'am, I
that
don't
every
have
time.
enough time to have the class officer, the same the first term.
Oh, don't
Because
worry. I mean, when you say that you are class officer, that doesn't mean each and every one who you will force the one who is actually in that position. We will going to help each other because
we just need to moderate.
we have always school event and one of our goal, and I will appreciate this if we can join into it every time. It is not necessary, just welcome whatever it is, and we will be here to be one as a group. And can you, because Miss Jennifer is still speaking here, sorry, number, name. Number.
Excuse me,
I will add, I will make
Our,
our GC through WhatsApp.
Our phone number.
Messenger.
Ganda na sulat mo.
Okay, classmates, so we are we done? Are we done? The president here is me, actually. Thank you guys for voting me. And Miss Sarah for the vice president. Secretary is Miss Cheryl and treasurer is Miss Reka and our Muse. Miss Rachel Morante.
Ma'am, she was the Miss Acquaintance.
Yala.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, yes.
So we will officer can just stand up and just thank our classmates for voting us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Who is Miss
Gracias.
Treasurer again?
Reka.
Reka. Okay, Miss Reka, you wait for me, ha? You will gonna do this with me.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful and knowledgeable time
Day,
for us.
first day.
And like what I said, we are one into this. This is just the start. We will go more than this. Okay, nice meeting you
Nice
in
meeting you,
person.
ma'am.
So see you in our next meeting where when